last November. 43-year-old Miguel Gaspar Diaz given 4 years for the leaving the scene of a crash charge and 4 years for the tampering with evidence charge. He hit 18-year-old Braxton Thrasher, who was delivering pizzas on his moped. Mandy dragged him a few hundred feet on the hood of his car before removing him and placing him in a ditch. Thrasher did suffer serious injuries, but has since recovered. Well, a woman from Grove, Oklahoma that assaulted law enforcement officers got a 4-year suspended prison sentence. 44-year-old Jennifer Maupin, though, was also charged in a different fatal DWI case that claimed the life of a man from Sarcoxie on Christmas Eve. She'll be arraigned in that case late next month. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see some patchy frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. A slight chance of rain tonight, lows dropping down to 43. Gradually clearing skies at 55 on Saturday, 57 on Sunday, 65 on Monday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states.
37 in Monette, 34 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, and we're featuring Blake from Joplin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Blake. And if you'd like your kids to be on the Kids Pledge, you can go to the KIX website, and there on the main page is a button you can hit that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We are just 15 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
Check out this jackpot, too. $702.50 in cash that could be yours if you can be caller number 5 and tell us what the sound is at 7:20.
Here's Lainey Wilson.
On KIX 102.5. Why does it play? Because it's a top 10.
Yeah.
I hate that. I would like us to purposefully watch out for these. This is such a killer to come out of the news into funeral music.
Oh, too slow?
Yes. My gosh. Tempo, it should pay attention to, especially in that position. There's got to be a way to control that.
Yeah, there should be.
I hate that.
Do you mind saving the jackpot sheet for me, please?
It is.
I've opened it 3 times now, and it's given me...
I always save it when I first come in.
Well, now that okay, now it's there, of course. Wasn't there
Stupid.
last hour. Morning, Bryson. Morning, Chad. Megan, good morning. Christy, Shiala.
How is everybody post Spook Tour?
Happy Halloween.
Anybody get a staph infection from the depot?
That place was creepy. It was very unsettling.
It was. Did you see the pictures?
Yes.
Which I want to show you something. This is great. Did you notice that the picture that I had of the Hurlbutt building, that the car was gone?
What do you mean?
The car's missing. Remember, somebody parked right in front of the building, which I was like, really? That's going to be in every single one of the pictures now.
Right.
Somebody parked their little black Jeep, whatever it was, right in front of the building. It's like, oh, we get front door service. So I took it out. Oh, I deleted all of them, didn't I? Yeah.
I'm scrolling through them right now.
Okay.
You did. I see it now.
Look at the
Wow.
job it did. Yeah. So
It
that's
did
that
great.
new AI object removal that Android has.
Yeah.
It's insane. You cannot tell at all, ever. Anywhere, can you? I mean, it made doors and everything that were behind the car. It filled in everything perfect.
Wow.
So that's what I used on the depot. That's why there's no people in my pictures. In case someone wanted to accuse us of being in the depot, I'd be like,
Sticking your finger up the statue's nose.
well, and it's because you can pick your friend's nose. I ran over to Sarah. I was like, googly eyes, because I keep the googly eyes in the truck.
Yeah.
Which I didn't have because I'm driving the KIX vehicle.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, because I was going to run over to the parking lot behind the library, and I'm like, wait a minute, stupid, you're not in your vehicle, you're in the KIX vehicle. I've wanted to get googly eyes on that statue for the longest time. That's been one of the ones, because I think it'd be cool, you know, the way he's sitting there, and you sit next to him, and he's going,
Christy says, I had a lot of fun last night. Sarah said, I thought it was really cool.
Did you guys share your pictures? I didn't see anyone sharing the pictures.
Yeah, we had a lot of people comment their pictures.
In the albums?
If you go to
18. Okay, the very first one.
Yeah, the
I
very
see them
first
now.
one.
Yeah. Okay, I see a few.
And then if you go to the original Morning Kicks Haunted Spook Tour post,
More.
that's like down past
Yeah.
MJ's remote, more pictures there as well.
Probably shouldn't have done that one. Yeah, they're putting a lot in there. There's a ghost in the window! Okay. Is that or is that an inspection sticker?
It's got to be an inspection.
I don't know. It is something. Okay, somebody, Missy Trickett, get it? She put a picture up, and there is something in the window. It looks like the Jeepers Creepers guy.
At the Olivia?
No, yeah, it's at the Olivia. Do you see it down there?
I see her one picture of the Olivia.
She has, and the comment is, there is a ghost in the window. Are you going to her page or are you going into the comment section?
The comment section.
Yeah. She has a picture up and she has labeled it, there is a ghost in the window.
I don't see that picture.
Who was the Pennywise clown kid?
I don't know, but Sarah said that she used to teach him or something. That was
I
one of her
about
students.
pushed him out a window.
Why?
I thought about it. Well, he was a little annoying. And he seemed to have very little parenting. I was like, here, let me parent you. I'll ride on out this window.
I got on him at one point because he wouldn't leave Sarah alone. And I was like, she's made it very clear she wants you to leave her alone.
He needed some parenting, and there was very little of it. Apparently, his parents, whoever, had checked out for the evening.
Christine says, help. No, Christine, you poor thing.
Yeah, if you scroll on down in her pictures, there's the one with the weird diamond pattern brick on the building.
Mm-hmm.
And above that, it says, there is a ghost in the window.
Sarah says, I would have been okay with that.
Yeah. Well, we were very close at one point in the Dangerfield house. And I thought, whoopsie. I was like, everybody be talking about it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Child dies from broken neck during Morning Kicks Haunted Spook Tour. What they say, there's no such thing as, bad news headlines, bad news coverage. Yeah.
That might be pretty bad.
And he's wearing that horrific clown costume. That would have been something else, wouldn't it?
Christine, you need to put your head out the window.
So it made me realize, though, last night, what good, and not that you just take for granted sometimes. We have some pretty good friends.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, Dorinda and Paul and Sarah and getting to hang out with you guys. And even Shiala, pain in the butt. She hit me in the head with your kid's Rubik's Cube. She threw it and beamed me right now. I have no
Shiala.
idea. It's like people come in this studio and they
Here we
lose their
go.
minds, as we're proof of every day. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen.
Still some patchy frost this morning. We'll see increasing clouds today with a high near 63. It is 36 in Joplin.
Post Spook Tour, we went last night on our... I wish I knew how many years we've been doing this, but
It's like 16 or 17, right?
Yeah, we've lost track. We've been doing it so long. So last night we went to the downtown Joplin area for the first time on a walking tour for the first time.
Which I thought was pretty cool, actually.
It was really cool. In fact, I'm glad I brought gloves.
And hot hands.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, and everybody kind of stuck with it. We did normally in Spook Tour, when we travel driving from location to location, we lose people. And I don't feel like we lost people. There was a huge crowd by the end there last night at the Joplin Depot. So I think everybody seemed to have had a good time. Be sure and share your pictures on our posts on Facebook.
We are just 9 minutes away from your chance to guess to win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
Here's Brothers Osborne.
And the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. He is Nikki's cousin. Oh my gosh. I wish somebody would have controlled that kid. It's hard to be a parent and discipline last night.
No, she said I had to be a hard parent.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, we knew it was serious.
It'll be better
A
today.
lot of people wanted him to be pushed out the window.
Shala says you were making fun of me. You were making fun of me and you were not supposed to stand up. It was supposed to go over your head.
What? So apparently it's Shiala's world, and I'm lucky to live in it.
Yeah,
you know,
that sounds like.
And everybody that was there, and I know there were some that couldn't be there. Megan couldn't be there, and of course,
And Melissa
your
was missed too.
attendance by no means defined our friendship.
No, not at all.
But it's just, at different points last night where I was talking with Paul and Dorinda, and I was talking with Sarah, and I was like, we got some pretty good friends here, and it
Yeah, we do.
means a lot. And the very fact that Jimmy Cat opted to stay away, I'm just glad she wasn't there.
I thought it was really good, Daniel. I thought it was really good. And people loved the snacks. We brought them with us, and after Trader's Church, we were passing them out and asking who wanted some, and everybody was like, me, I want some more.
We should have brought the others.
We didn't have any room to bring any more.
I had filled the KIX vehicle, and there just wasn't any more room for me to cram any more in the vehicle. Somebody else had some. Sarah had some in her vehicle.
Sarah was very generous to help us transport stuff. That's okay, Daniel. We got to see Floyd for a little bit last night. That was cool, too. I wish you could have been there, too, Thomas. Oh, what did you?
Why did it pull that up? Stop it. I hate TikTok. Ugh. This close to just saying we're not doing that anymore.
I know, Shiala, I get that. I'm telling you guys, I don't even like caramel corn, but I love this stuff that Daniel brings. It's so good.
Yeah, we missed seeing Daniel. There were a few of our, what we call regulars, our fiber-induced participants that were not there that we missed when you're not there.
I loved that it was such a consistent crowd the whole way through.
Shiala, we're not, and you know why. It's because of something you did.
When are we having a KIX lunch? We just saw each other yesterday.
You shut up, Jimmy Cat. She is cat barf on the carpet.
Morning, Tet. I ignore that data message when I'm live.
I don't know what they mean.
The one that you had popped up with the encoder. But I thought it was a really good crowd the whole way through.
Yeah,
And
it was a lot. Go ahead.
The Spiva Park, I had no idea the amount of history that was just around that specific area. Even like across the street with the library and then the Connor Hotel and the House of Lords. And
I wish there was more to see there.
Right.
Unfortunately, all of that stuff is gone and you can just hear about it, which is meh, but at least there were some things that we got to tangibly. I mean, you got to admit, Joplin Depot, Spiva Park, which one's more interesting or which one was more exciting? There's a lot more to hear about Spiva Park, but Joplin Depot was a lot cooler to be at.
So the Joplin Depot, the moment you get there, I felt very uneasy. I was immediately like, oh, man. And my kids were about ready to go the moment we started walking towards it. They were like,
no, Mom, let's not. Yeah, it's creepy. And going down there at night, the way the lights were shining through and everything, it was so cool. And you want to know a creep out factor level of 12, just go look at our pictures of the depot.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like something out of a horror movie. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have to do anything except in the tour early. What we did is we ended the tour outside the fence, and I said, you guys are on your own from this point on. What you choose to do is up to you.
So did you run into anybody in there?
Studio. What?
Did you run into any people in there?
Yeah, I mean, a whole bunch of people. Everybody. What do you mean?
People?
Homeless people?
Yeah. Zombies, homeless people?
I talked to some of our group that said they found bedding and stuff where there were mattresses and wads of material. You could tell where people have been sleeping, but they said everything was wet. Now, you saw the homeless guy down on the concourse area down there, sitting down there. Just sitting. Mm-hmm. I mean, and based on how he was looking, it looked like he was maybe in a heroin-induced stupor or something, possibly. So that area, there are certain areas that you can walk into, neighborhoods, communities, cities, geographical areas that you can tell there is an oppressiveness to. Mm-hmm. That whole area down in there next to Landreth Park, it's known as the Kansas City Bottoms. That area is one of those areas. And it has been that kind of an area since the 1850s. It was a transient miner camp where people, they would just as soon cut your throat as look at you in there.
Oh, gosh.
All the transient miners, all of the tent brothels were set up down there. There were no houses down there. It was mostly shanties and tents. And these were people who had no home, but they just set up there and worked in the mines trying to get money to send back home.
Right.
And it was just a whole area of illegality and illicitness. And I think that kind of oppressive spirit hangs over it still. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Some patchy frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. It is 36 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for the weekend in about 6 minutes. You know, we're talking about the spook tour, and we're looking through the creepiest, trying to figure out which one of the pictures was the creepiest. I think the stuff from the depot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And what a sad statement on our city and its heritage that there, right in the middle of town, is this amazing historically architectural structure that they can't do anything with because of bureaucracy and corruption.
Well, they've tried. They've tried many a time to do something with it.
Over 8 different times since 1972, something has been tried to be done. And every single time, corruption, embezzlement, bureaucracy has prevented that from happening. It's a sad statement, but it says a lot about Joplin. You got to admit that.
So you got to go check out these pictures from Spook Tour last night on the KIX Facebook page. They are very, very cool.
And if you have any from last night from attending, be sure and share yours with us in the comments.
But let's see right now if we can give away some cash to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We've got $702.50 in the cash jackpot we'd love to give to you.
If you could be caller number 5 at 417-623-1025.
And tell us, what is this sound?
What do you think? What was that?
623-1025. Be caller number 5 and tell us and win all the cash.
And the 4 states #1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4, keep trying.
Okay. Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this?
James.
James, where are you from?
Joplin.
James from Joplin.
You were caller number 5.
All right, James. We've got $702.50. That could be yours.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
I think that it is a styrofoam cup being pulled out of a bag.
He says a styrofoam cup being pulled out of a bag.
For $702.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, James, making it $727.50.
And give you another chance to get someone with Brett James at 420.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
You too.
Jackpot James.
Jackpot James. Not today. Not today.
Christy says, did you go downstairs? There's a downstairs at the depot?
No, we did not know about the downstairs. We didn't see stairs anywhere.
I don't know that I would trust to go downstairs.
We didn't spend a lot of time. Again, we weren't necessarily there legally.
Like, they knew we were going to be at the depot.
Yeah. I mean, police knew we were going to be there. Everybody.
Into the deep.
But we didn't. We saw an opening. I mean, we didn't go anywhere where there wasn't an opening for us to go to.
Yeah.
So we didn't, like, climb over a fence or
Right.
break through a fence or anything. There may have been an opening in the fence that we accidentally, mistakenly slipped through. We didn't realize.
They tripped into it. You know how that happens.
I thought there was no trespassing there, but apparently all those signs have been painted over. So,
Oh,
did you not see
imagine
that? Yeah, so apparently that's no longer a thing.
Mm-hmm. Which ones were those? What, Shiala? Morning, Jeanette.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it may have been pee, Greg, on the mattresses and bedding stuff, but it was wet all over. We've had some rain earlier in this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was muddy. I got mud on my shoes in that area. There was the one opening you went under. When you went in there, it was dripping water from the top of that, got all over your head when you'd go through. it was just really, really a lot of accumulated water then.
What a shame, because it's such a cool building. Like, even my boys, we were walking away, he was like, Mom, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, and there's so much area down there for parking, for event. It's like a no-brainer,
Right.
which is exactly why it's in the state it is in Joplin.
Right.
Again, it's a huge statement about Joplin. Joplin's awesome. I call it home, wouldn't live anywhere else, but it has cancers.
Yeah. Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess on the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
James from Joplin.
You were caller number 5.
All right, James. We've got $702.50. That could be yours.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
I think that it is a styrofoam cup being pulled out of a bag.
He says a styrofoam cup being pulled out of a bag.
For $702.50. That is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, James, making it $727.50.
And give you another chance to guess and win with Brett James at 420.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the very fact, I mean, imagine that whole bottom area down there could be like for food truck events, could be a park surrounding that.
Yeah.
A museum inside the depot area, maybe a small, intimate like venue with it updated. There's multiple rooms and areas. Convention center. They're looking for places to host like business expos and stuff. This could be an actual valid convention center right in the heart of downtown Joplin. They're looking for ways to revitalize downtown, to draw economic industry to the downtown area. This would be an excellent way to do that.
How many times have they tried now to rehabilitate it?
Over 8 times.
8 times.
It has been attempted.
That's insane. And how many years?
And since 1972. There is a list, and I was reading from it last night about the time you guys were leaving, of all of the attempts that have been made. It pisses you off when you read it. It makes me so mad because it is such a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Morning, Lisa. Happy Halloween.
Look at this.
Sarah says, I went to the top of the stairs. Apparently, that's where the wet bedding was.
I don't want to promote this page. Look here. Just scroll down through the timelines and look at what happens with each one. Each one, there is either nobody knows what happened to those funds, or it never did seem to happen, or it fizzled out, or so-and-so sued so-and-so, or this person embezzled that money, or
plans fall through.
Yeah, plans fall through. Plans fall through. But what happened to the money? You notice the money that was raised with that.
Right.
The money just disappeared. No, somebody's pockets got lined is what happened. Joplin, the community of Joplin is like no other place in the world. But the government of Joplin all too often is filled with fat cats and greedy people who are looking to line their pockets. It's that way for years, from Wallace Bajali and Mark Rohr to other things throughout history. You dig into the Connor Hotel. Why did they tear down the Connor Hotel when they did? You dig into that a little bit, and you'll really see corruption and government at its best. It's amazing. And it's disgusting. And that's why the Joplin Depot sits there in derelict condition.
Good gracious.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that make you mad? Oh, it just makes you want to go burn down City Hall. Yes, and Floyd knew where Trader's Church was.
Yes, he did.
Apologize, Floyd. I was so wrong, and you were so right. And I really told him off. I'm like, all right, Floyd, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, Floyd. You should just let me go to the wrong place, because imagine how shocked those people would have been, Floyd. Yeah, it was a pretty building. There was a lady in there that was being a bit of a Karen when we were there last night. She's like, you guys shouldn't be in that part of the building and everything. And she was...
We were told we could be.
She did. She had an accent, not commentary on anything. She was just being a Karen. She was very busy and very important.
Wow.
Isn't that
so
amazing?
sad.
I mean, I'm sure, when you hear me talking about it, you think, well, Randy's exaggerating. He's in hyperbole.
No, he's really not.
No, it is such a disgusting story.
Mm-hmm.
It's pathetic. And it's stupid that this iconic resource, and if you read into the way that they constructed this place, the concrete construction was a special reinforced concrete construction. The whole building is fireproof.
Oh, that's cool.
It's made with volcanic ash in the concrete, which is the same way that the ancient Romans did their concrete for like the Colosseum and stuff. And it's a reason that those structures still stand today. The concrete does not degrade.
It's that Pompeian style.
She was
what
the
he's talking
owner
about.
of the building. Oh, she is the owner of the building. Well, here's the deal with that sort of thing. My wife's saying that the lady that was being a bit of a Karen was the owner of the building. If you're going to let us come look at it, let us come look at it. If you don't want us there, don't let us come look at it.
Right.
I would rather that. And honestly, did we do anything to their building or anything? No.
Mm-mm.
We didn't hurt anything. We didn't damage anything. They were very respectful. I did have to get on to a couple last night when we were over to Olivia. Someone was banging on the doors of the place. I mean, loud, hard.
Why?
I'm like, come
Why
on,
be like
guys.
that?
We don't touch stuff. We don't mess with stuff. We're always respectful. We're there to look. That's it.
Right.
You're not there to interact with the property.
Daniel says Allied used to be Walt's shoe store.
Yeah, that whole Main Street area, you got to remember, back when the House of Lords was there in the Connor Hotel, it was nothing but, 10, 15, 20-story buildings all downtown Joplin. It looked more like downtown Kansas City than Joplin does now. I mean, there was a trolley went right down the center of the Main Street, a real tracked trolley. Joplin was, at once upon a time, had a higher growth rate than Kansas City did at the turn of the century. Oh, yeah. It was bigger than KC was in the late 1800s.
So what happened?
Well, the mining all dried up. It was all mining industry.
Mm-hmm.
When the mining dried up, the economy did too. And I think it could have leveled off and plateaued, but there was so much greedy government, and you can watch what happened. They began to suck the golden goose dry. It's another thing that it seems pretty exclusive to this area is economic factions that realize that they have an opportunity to make some money, and they just leech it until it's dead.
Right.
And when it's dead, it's dead. Rather than creating sustainable something that can be longevity. I think of Daniel and Allied Restaurant Supply.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, this is a company that has been around for how many years, Daniel? 30 plus years, right? I know.
Decades.
Because they were here before I got here.
Yeah.
And they have created a sustainable service industry of taking care of the customer, of recreating these commerce transactions that go on and on and on and on, rather than trying to get as much as they can as soon as they can. They create a sustainable service economic model. It's like a no-brainer, you would think. 1988, they've been around.
Yeah.
So there is a success story, and that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there are all too often these situations where people want to come in and leech as much as they can immediately out of it. And then once it dies, who cares?
Right. Bryson says that's like Pitcher and Teresa was the size of Joplin now back in the mining days.
And that's what happened. Even after the mining dried up, though, in these areas, I feel like there could have been sustainable economic growth. Not at the rate it was going, of course not.
Right.
But instead, like things like there was government that realized, hey, we have an opportunity to make a lot of money off construction deals here. So they went in. The city of Joplin government had the state government come in and do a structural integrity test on the Connor building. Well, they came back and told them, they said, it's got some issues, but it's fixable. They didn't like that answer, so they went and got a third-party company to come in and told them what they wanted to hear. And they said, yeah, it's not structurally integral. It needs to come down. And so they did. That's the whole reason that happened, because there was a money-making opportunity for factions within the government.
There's greed.
Yeah.
There's greed.
And when that happened, they took down an iconic building and replaced it with what? That library building there, which is an eyesore. I mean, it's ugly. And it's stupid. They replaced that old Connor hotel, which could have been turned into something amazing.
Right.
And there's a lot of that happens. We can make a buck off this.
Right.
And they convince themselves that they're doing it for the community.
Morning, Rudy.
He said the supply side opened in 2000, but yeah. I think Allied Restaurant Supply is an amazing example of the bedrock of the Joplin community, of how things should be done. And there are many of those companies in this area. Unfortunately, there's also many of the Leach ones.
We were talking about it's why Tri-State and other trucking companies started out of Joplin because people in charge didn't want them.
Yeah, they saw tax money they wanted. They realized, and I'm telling you that one of the black eyes of the Joplin community is its bureaucratic, greedy government. And not all the government is that way, but unfortunately, a large portion of it is. And anybody who would argue with it, I would just say, Wallace Bajali. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah. So is it a matter of voting out the folks that are like that and getting new blood in, or what?
It's like once they get in there, they become this way.
Yeah.
And the only people who want in there are those type of people, seems like.
Here we go.
And that's hyperbole, but KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll find out what I'm watching this weekend for Jen's movie Rehab right after Gabby Bear. Don't do that laugh, Randy. It's KIX 102.5. Great.
Yeah, Floyd, you're right. And, I mean, there's my soapbox stance on all this. I was mad the entire night after the depot, though. I mean, we left, and me and Lisa and her son were talking about that. And she was telling me more about the Connor Hotel. She goes, when we talk about the Connor, I can't go into too much about that because a lot of the families of the people who are responsible for its destruction still live in the community.
Oh.
And she goes, I don't want to offend.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that are embarrassed by what their family members did as part of this.
Mm-hmm.
He says they're finally redoing the street and sidewalk from 10th to 15th Street. Don't get me going on the what is going on with, they just redid Schifferdecker. Did it need it? Oh, who knows? But meanwhile, on 32nd Street, if you try to drive over by Freeman Hospital on 32nd Street, you're going to blow out a tire.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the logic here on what they, our, what do they call it? Our infrastructure. How do they choose? How do they decide? What's the criteria? Yeah. I have no idea. Blows my mind. Which, by the way, we are coming up Main Street last night. I hadn't been on that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
When did they start that expansion on that one building there by the post office? The South Post Office.
Yeah, we're putting the gas station in.
No, not that. I know that's been happening. I drive by that every day. On up from there, just north of there, by the, Baskin Robbins.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that whole deal has doubled inside now. You know that little plaza right there?
Yeah.
It's double the size.
Weird.
They've got framework and everything up for an expansion on that. That's going to be huge.
I didn't even know they were doing that.
Me neither. Most inconvenient job at a time. I guess. I have no idea.
Sometimes it feels that way, for sure.
And you know that there's all sorts of corruption within that. I mean, when you think like back to the 26th Street expansion, when they put in that turning lane and expanded that street. Took 17 months to do a strip that was only 2 miles long. Well, contractors quit because they weren't getting paid, or they weren't getting paid as much, or there was all sorts of, and then it just got all kind of swept under the rug.
Right. You got 20 seconds.
Later, man.
Bye, Daniel. Thanks again for the treats. We appreciate it.
From Main Lane all the way to Cannon Lane. I'm not sure what you're writing there, Rudy.
I'm not sure what that is either. Bye, Sorara. Happy Halloween. Have a great day.
They are working. There is an expansion project for 7th Street underway right now.
4 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Some patchy frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. It is 36 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 24 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour in honor of Halloween, we want to hear your actual ghost stories.
Okay, these are brushes with the supernatural, not the time Uncle Larry put on the sheet and chased Aunt Margaret around the yard naked.
We want to know, like, you actually saw, like, an orb or, I don't know, something spooky or eerie.
It was something. You couldn't prove what it was or what it wasn't, maybe, but tell us your brushes with the supernatural at 623-1025.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
But since it's Friday, it's time for another movie assignment for... This is where we assigned Jen a movie to watch over the weekend because before she had come to KIX, she had seen very few, if any, movies.
So anytime someone would make some kind of a movie reference, I would just have no idea what they were talking about.
So she would run screaming off into the night.
Every single time. So I'm being rehabilitated. I'm assigned a movie on Friday, I watch it over the weekend, and then I come back on Monday and rank it 1 to 10 and let you know what I thought about it.
And it's usually one that the rest of us have already seen. So we get to find out, kind of a fresh perspective on these old movies that we've all already experienced.
And because it's Halloween season, I've been getting assigned spooky movies.
It's been so much fun. You've loved it.
Though?
You've loved it.
I don't know that I've really liked any of these movies I've watched.
You've
this
loved
month.
it. I told you.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, so tonight is no different either because we've got an amazing movie. I've saved the best for the last of the month.
Awesome. What is it?
We're assigning you the movie Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, so this is one I have not want to watch. I've heard it's terrifying.
Oh, it's so much fun, though.
Is it fun, though?
Yeah, and it's
fun?
a good kind of scary because it's a monster, a supernatural monster that's not real. You know it's not real, so you can go into it completely disconnected from, you can leave those feelings of fear and terror at the television when you're done watching it.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, it's a 2001 horror film written and directed by Victor Salva. It stars Gina Phillips and Justin Long as siblings returning home for spring break, and they encounter a violent truck driver portrayed by Jonathan Breck. So they make this horrific discovery in the basement of an old abandoned church, and they watch their road trip turn into a heart-stopping race for their lives after that, and they find themselves the chosen prey of an indestructible force that relentlessly pursues them and gives a new and chilling meaning to that old song, Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, so there's a truck driver, a church basement,
I don't
and
want
a
to give away too much
creepy monster?
I really want you to experience it the way I did. And when I watched it, I knew nothing about the storyline or the movie. And it just blew my mind how the movie changed and grew and transitioned. And I really want you to get to do that. So I've been purposefully kind of vague about the content, or I've been trying to.
So what is it rated? Where am I going to watch it?
It's rated R, so force the children to watch it right before bedtime.
Maybe not.
You can watch it for free on AMC, Philo, Prime Video, Sling, or you can pay extra to watch it on most of the other streaming services.
All right, so I'm going to watch Jeepers Creepers over the weekend, and then I will come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
With Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. All right. So I did show her a couple of pictures of the Jeepers Creepers character.
The one where his face or skin is getting pulled open. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. And one of the things I respect so much of the movie is they don't give you much lore. You just kind of have to guess and figure it out. And I did watch part 2, and I feel like that kind of dampened down the effect. It didn't ruin it necessarily, but it harmed the lore of the movie because up to that point, it was left up to the... You don't know. And you notice, I think a lot of the great movies that I've liked so much over the years, like Phantasm, you don't know. It's left to the viewer to kind of figure out in their own mind and create their own explanation for these things.
I don't know that I'd like that.
I kind of like that.
I kind of would want an answer, I think.
Hellraiser is a little bit of that because they don't explain everything.
That's
where did the bugs come from? Where did the Cenobites come from? You know they come from hell, but how? What is... They don't explain all that. Over-explaining can kill the effectiveness, I feel like, of a lot of these stories. So
maybe that's why I like it. Take the fear out of it for me.
I like that we don't know who this is or where he comes from. Why every 23 years?
I don't know. Is that the second one? No, Shiala, I'm just watching the first one.
Yeah, just watching the first one. I don't feel like the second one's necessary.
Christy says Missouri State Penitentiary was pretty creepy. I still get chills thinking about it.
Oh, I bet it was. And you can do tours of that in Jeff City. That's the main purpose behind that building now. I think that's all it is tourism. But you can take a tour of that, and I bet that would be terrifyingly creepy.
Yeah.
Especially if you were forced to go through it naked by yourself.
What?
Carrying anteaters. That would be awful.
Why? Why would that even be a thing?
Who am I to judge what your hobbies are? I don't know. I don't know why that's a thing.
Oh, Mackenzie's posting some pictures now from Spook Tour. Okay, can we talk about the Dangerfield house for a second, though? It is gorgeous. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was nice. But on the outside, some of these pictures that are taken from below with the sky getting dark behind it, I
love that.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Morning,
ghost
Kathy.
in that house.
The weirdest thing that happened at Dangerfield house, though. So this little girl comes up to me, and she goes, was there a fire here? And I go,
okay.
I don't know. We can ask the owner. She's right here. And so we go to the owner, and the little girl says, was there a fire here? And the woman goes, yeah, a really long time ago. We have the newspaper clipping. And then she stops for a second, and she goes, how did you know that? How did this little girl know that there'd been a fire there? It gave me the heebie-jeebies. I was like, how could this child possibly know that? Because it's not like Lisa didn't talk about that, did she? No.
37, 38, 39, 44, 1, 42, 43. And then there were a few out in the hallway, probably 3 or 4. So we had close to 50 in the studio last night. Was not our best attended Spook Tour by any means. In fact, numbers were way, way, way off. I'd say down by about half.
But they were consistent.
Yes, but they stayed with us the whole time.
And that's not a normal thing. Normally in Spook Tour, every stop we go, we kind of lose.
Yeah, we start off with a high number at the very first stop and the second stop. By the third one, we begin to lose about a third of those. The next one, we lose another third. And by the last one, it's down to less than half of what we started with.
Right.
So that's not uncommon. Last night, I feel like we had those 50 or 60 people, maybe up to 70 at the Dangerfield house.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely had more that joined us at Dangerfield house.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. So there were 45, 50 in the studio picture. Yeah. I have that I just counted. And they stayed with us. Everybody stayed with us. When we were at Spiva Park, you could look across the park and go, oh, yeah, we've got a pretty good number here.
That was cool.
So, yeah, and I think probably the walking part of it probably factored into that. Some people were probably afraid of the weather. There's just some people like Shiala and Jimmy John who are just confused and have drool on their chin. And
Morning, Melissa. How you feeling?
they probably went to Fort Smith, Arkansas, thinking we were going to be there. That's where you were, wasn't it, Jim Bob?
Yeah, Greg says little girl actually wasn't real. She was a little girl who died in that fire in her sleep. Why, Greg? Why?
I love when Lisa's right in the middle of the terrifying part of her story.
And here comes Randy.
To ruin it.
The stupid milkshake line.
Oh, yeah. So she said...
Holy cow.
She was talking about this guy who had committed suicide in the Connor Hotel and had ordered a milkshake up to his room. And I said, did it bring all the boys to the yard? You know, right at this integral part of the story.
Yeah, it's a very pivotal point.
I'm waiting for those moments. And you can see Lisa go, you know? Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, we got to see Christy and her whole crew last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Chad, Satterfield Waldo, dressed up as Waldo.
Was demolished in 1964. What a beautiful building it was, too. But there were so many body fluids soaked into the wood structure of that, it had to come down. I could see that.
Which one?
House of Lords.
House of Lords. Oh.
So we got to thinking, those trees that were there, I was talking to Lisa. I was like, how old are these trees? Because they're huge, you know, they're in the Spiva Park. And she goes, those were planted in the dedication ceremony for the park in 1964. And I'm like, they look so much older than that. I mean, you think they're what, 60 years old, but they look bigger and older than that.
Yeah.
part of the urban renewal program. Okay, the community urban renewal program that is talked about on this deal is another one of those government corruption deals that they lined their wallets with.
What a shame.
Yeah. There was a lot of that.
Oh, my gosh. I was wrong. We have Job and Family Dental.
And that park, by the way, Spiva Park is so ugly. Do something with that stinking fountain. Get rid of all the brick.
Well, yeah, I don't know what was up with that.
It is so ugly. Why doesn't the fountain ever run? Has anybody ever seen that fountain running?
I don't think so.
I don't think I ever have. Barrels? It's made with barrels?
Yeah, it's not a pretty thing at all.
At all.
Did you hear what I said? I was wrong. We do have Job and Family Dental right here.
Oh.
I don't know how I totally missed that one.
Yeah, that park is ugly. It could be pretty, I feel like. Yeah, I took a picture last night of the pool. Just big black circles in this nasty old 70s looking swimming pool full of leaves. I mean, I'm thinking back to Springfield. Their downtown has some fountain stuff in it, but that runs all year round.
Right.
And it's maintained and managed. I mean, that's what the park's job is.
Yeah, look at this.
It's just ugly. Yeah, you'll notice on the one picture that I have of the depot, there's no hole in the fence. The fence has been repaired by AI.
That's funny.
There were people there before, and instead it made chain link fence.
Y'all go look at Dorinda's costume, by the way. She was the game operation.
Yeah.
How clever is that? I didn't get a good look at her costume until we were already at the first stop. Then I was like, oh my gosh.
Which Dorinda got
That's
some
so
allied
clever.
stuff.
She did?
I think so.
If she didn't, she should.
I tried to give to the kids first and foremost.
Yeah.
So she qualifies.
Oh, Christy says someone put Dawn dish soap in it, so they drained it.
Well, it's been drained for a long time. I've never seen it running. And I've lived here for 20 years. I'm not saying it hasn't. I just have never seen it.
God, the Dangerfield house is so pretty.
Did you see that red house that we walked by on our way on 6th Street on our way over to Moffett? There was a red, dark red house. That's Lori Hahn's house.
Oh, okay.
But it's also one of the historic houses, the one owned by the doctors that worked on Bonnie and Clyde's gang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a whole story behind that we got to hear. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 749.
Some frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. It is 36 in Joplin.
Just a reminder, we're getting you signed up to win tickets to go see Montgomery Gentry at Downstream Casino and Resort on November 6th.
And all you've got to do to get entered to win is text the word tickets to 417-623-1025.
So last night's Haunted Spook Tour was a lot different than anyone that we've ever done before because it was a walking tour. So we went downtown, parked, and then we walked around to all the different locations.
You know,
and
I kind of like that, though, because we got to kind of stick together the entire time.
I think it did keep people together. We've always lost people, and who knows whatever happened to those people in spook tours in the past because we had to drive from location to location, and some of them got lost, some of them got kidnapped, some of them abducted by aliens. Who knows?
But this year, we all were able to stick together, and I thought it was really fun, and we had some great snacks thanks to Allied Restaurant Supply, and I love the pictures we got this year. A lot of great pictures.
If you got pictures, be sure and share them in the comments of our posts on Facebook and you can go look at them yourself. There's some really interesting pictures on there of things that we went and saw last night.
And in the next hour, we're going to be talking about your brushes with the supernatural.
The supernatural.
Yeah, we want to hear your real ghost stories.
Have you ever had anything that you could not explain happen like that?
I don't think so. I've been racking my brain trying to think of what weird things have happened.
Could be here all day.
Randy,
I'm just saying.
I don't think I've had anything like that. Maybe it's because I'm not open to it and I don't believe in it, but I know you've had some crazy things happen.
I don't believe in it either, but I have actually had some encounters. I really don't believe in the spirits of dead people. I do not. But that does not negate the fact that I've seen a ghost or two.
Okay, so what happened?
One time I got up and I was, when I was playing music on the road, I'd come home and stay with my mom, whenever I was at home. And I stayed with her and her husband at this it's like a 110-year-old farmhouse that they lived in. And in the middle of the night, got up to go use the bathroom. And I wore glasses, of course, contacts, and I didn't have them in that night. And I come walking out, I see a light moving around like somebody had a candle or something. I come in there, and there is a woman dressed in white, glowing. And I wasn't nervous. I remember no fear whatsoever. I saw her. I'm like, all right. I went on to use the bathroom, came back, and she had moved to the end of the kitchen where the back door was. And she looked back at me and went through the door, didn't open the door, went through the door. And I went on down and looked out the window, and I could see her moving across the yard.
No way.
I'm not kidding. Now, why would I make up something as ridiculous as that?
Is it because you didn't have your glasses on?
Well, then that's what people have said in the past. And I was like, no, I was close enough. I could make out the detail of her face. She had an expressionless face.
Oh, that's so
just
eerie.
Looking at
that
me.
is so eerie.
I went back to bed and slept like a baby. And the next morning, I told my mom, I was like, hey, last night, guess what I saw? And I told her, and she said, we've all seen her.
No, what?
Yeah, she says, no, that's the woman who was the original, she was the wife of the man who built the house here. We've looked it up. And she died in the house of natural causes, nothing horrific, and who knows why her specter, let's call it that,
Sure,
still resides on the property.
I don't know that I could stay there if I knew that a ghost was also staying there.
No, I felt no freak out from this whatsoever.
No fear.
So, it's Halloween. We're expecting to be a little creeped out. That's what the whole holiday's about, right?
I think so.
So tell us your brushes with the supernatural as we get ready for Halloween tonight. Woohoo! Put on your costume.
Woo,
You're already wearing it, Jen.
Randy.
It's time to cause some fright. It's time to eat some candy, cause it's Halloween tonight.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress the tights. It's time to carve a pumpkin, cause it's Halloween tonight.
Your kid got so much candy, he's got more than enough.
So when it's finally bedtime, you eat his Reese's Cups.
It's time to trick or treat on the most sensational, deviational, celebrational, informational. This is why we call it Halloween.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the four states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
I didn't want it to walk on that, and I know it sometimes does, so that's why.
Morning,
I stopped
Kelsey.
it.
We got to see Kelsey last night. That was good.
Did we? Was she there?
Kelsey, yeah.
How did I not see her? Did I talk to you, Kelsey? Or did I just snub you and be like, get on my face, woman? What? I don't remember seeing Kelsey. Floyd said he also put soap in the fountain in front of the police station. I didn't know there was a fountain at the police station. Of course you did, Floyd.
Floyd, you rebel.
You're the reason we can't have nice things, isn't it?
What? Christy says when the kids and I lived in Carthage, we'd see a Civil War ghost go upstairs. My son wouldn't go up there.
Kelsey said, yes, you did. We walked together. Did I think you were someone else, Kelsey? What? Did we what? We did. Are you sure? Are you sure, Kelsey? You sure that was me?
Oh, boy. Seriously, the Dangerfield house makes me want to redo my entire house. It's just so pretty. And she had macrame curtains up.
Oh, yeah. Got to have those.
And I loved the wallpaper and the entryway, and the detail on the staircase was stunning. Kelsey says, I was in the Jack onesie. Yes, Randy.
The Jack onesie.
Morning, Ruby.
What is the Jack onesie? Is that code? Jack onesie.
Skellington? Holy cow.
I don't remember seeing a... Okay, I'm going to go back and look at the room photos from the Dilly Dally.
Okay, so if you look at the big panoramic picture that you took, there's Pennywise. Right behind Pennywise is Chad. Next to Chad is Christy. And then there is Kelsey right there. She's got the Jack onesie on, but she's also wearing the purple coat over it.
Wait a minute.
Look at the panoramic, the pre-tour studio photo.
My photo doesn't have anybody in it. There's no one there.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait a minute. That's not the right pictures. I make her so tired. That's not. Wait a minute. Okay.
She's right there.
Yes, I realized that. I just have blocked it from my mind. It was so traumatic for me, Kelsey. There's certain things that I just can't carry with me to the next day. Mm-hmm. Will not allow it. Lisa has tried in multiple years to bring that little headset thing with the little chest speaker. It's never loud enough. I'm like, no, you're going to have to use the megaphone. I wish there was something louder that was not a megaphone, but unfortunately, that is the loudest option we have found. There were years. So I bought that as an option because when the Spook Tour started getting so big that we could no longer hear, and it's never been an issue to hear me. You can hear me fine. But Lisa, unfortunately, when they started coming along with us, we couldn't hear her. And we had other supernatural organizations that worked with us before Lisa. And so we decided we need something to be able to amplify these people.
Right.
So I went to Radio Shack.
Oh, my gosh. Remember Radio Shack?
And bought that.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I couldn't get company funds. So I went and bought it myself for about $25, that megaphone. And we've had that about 13 or 14 years. And inevitably, like I put batteries in it last night. We used it. Next year, it will still work. We'll replace the batteries, but it will still work. It's a tough little thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Kelsey just posted a picture.
Did she now?
And it's supposed to be of the Olivia.
Is it of us
that window
having a sandwich together at a restaurant or something? Is that...
She says if you look really close, you can see the face and a body of a figure.
Can we? Are you sure?
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't.
Circled it and I still don't see it.
I think people oftentimes... Did you draw it in there, Kelsey?
Go look. Are you looking at it?
Mm-mm. Where is it?
On the post where we said, be sure to add your photos to this year's collection.
Okay, so down under the logo.
It's the most recent picture.
Okay, no, that's not it then.
Yeah, Kelsey circled it. I thought Randy had the megaphone left over from when he was a cheerleader.
Yeah, that's what it's from. Okay, there are 3 different posts from the Haunted Spook Tour album. Only one says be sure and add your photos. Okay, let me look at that one. Okay, I do see where she circled. Again, it looks like an inspection sticker to me. Oh, wait a minute. Come here, Jen.
I don't see it.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not there.
I see a face. Look here. Eyeball, nose, mouth, hairline.
No, it's not.
Look at that.
That's not a face.
That is a face. I would say open image and new tab, but this is Facebook and it does not. Yeah, I see it, Kelsey. I see it.
I don't see it.
Jen doesn't see it because her soul is inherently evil. Evil can't see evil. We all know that's a thing.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's how that works.
I don't see the face. I'm even zoomed in, and I don't know.
So Morning Show Boot Camp this year is in Detroit.
Oh boy,
next year. I'm not sure.
Who chose that?
Huh?
Who chose that?
Radio City. That's in New York, isn't it? Radio City is New York.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's in New York.
Hold on, we gotta go. Here we go. 1 second. We'll see some frost this morning, and then increasing clouds with a high near 63. A slight chance of rain. Lows dropping down to 43. Gradually clearing skies with highs in the mid-50s. 57 on Sunday. 65 on Monday.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is not showing anything over the 4 states.
33 in Peoria, 34 in Pittsburgh, 34 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So we're talking about your brushes with the supernatural.
We want to hear your real ghost stories.
Yeah, you're unexplained. Maybe you don't believe in ghosts or whatever, but something happened. Something was going on, and it wasn't just our Uncle Earl's gas this time.
623-1025 to call or text.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's Florida Georgia Line.
On KIX 102.5.
Would you move the mouse on TikTok, please?
Leave me alone, stupid TikTok.
Bryson says, does Lisa do any paranormal readings while the tour is going on?
What does that mean, reading?
I don't know what that is.
They do what do they call them? EMT?
EVPs?
EVP, electronic.
Voice.
Well, they do that, but they also do electronic, magnetic, or whatever readings. Yes, they do some of that when they do their other tours. Which, by the way, they are available for hire. They frequently will do group tours that you can sign up for and pay to be on. It's very affordable. I mean, we're talking $20-$30. You can go do one of these for the whole evening, sometimes for the whole night in certain places. And again, you will not find a more knowledgeable person, which, by the way, guys, last night she was out with bronchitis. She did not tell us that she was sick.
Oh, my gosh.
And she came out, walked all that way. She's a polio survivor, which is why she struggles, her with walking, and so committed. I told her as we were leaving, I was like, you got to go get some Primatene right now before you go home. It'll clear that up. Mm-hmm. And so they were going over to Walmart after we left, after we got back to the studios. They were going to get that immediately. Good. And I'm like, why did you do this? She goes, well, I didn't want to. She goes, I would miss it. And I'm like, there are extenuating circumstances.
Right.
Lisa's only ever missed one.
She was chugging down that Gatorade. I don't know that it helped at all, but
yeah, we were talking.
She toughed it out. It was amazing.
The only year we've not done a spook tour was COVID year, and we should have probably done a Zoom tour then. We just didn't think of it. I don't think it was much of a thing. Okay, song hook promos. I need to do that. Time changes this weekend. Don't forget that.
Oh, we get an extra hour of sleep. Yay!
Which you will not notice at all.
Bring it on.
Stupid.
I know on some for tours as well, she will, and she talked a little bit about this last night, is she will reach out to the spirits or the people that they know have stories associated with these areas, and she'll ask if they're, like when Randy was telling the story about the woman ordering the milkshake before she jumped and killed herself.
It was a guy.
I thought it was a woman.
No, it was a guy. Well, maybe it was a woman. I thought it was a guy. I wasn't listening closely.
The person.
Of course.
Yeah.
A person, yeah.
She had, because she said Lisa had actually asked, is the woman who ordered the milkshake here?
Yeah.
And that's when she said they heard like wailing behind them. And
so that kind of stuff happens during those. I think you're a lot more likely on one of her tours to have an experience like that than you would on ours.
Yeah.
So you can look up Dark Ozarks or Paranormal Science Lab and find both of her deals and find out more about when they have. This time of year, they have a lot. There are a lot going on.
I know they went back to the Ritchie Mansion not that long ago, which we went there last year for Spook Tour, and it was great.
Oh, yeah.
Really cool place.
And they get to spend the night in a lot of these places, which I'm like, no, that's all right. No, you know what?
I feel like the fall is flying by. I don't necessarily feel like the year started out quickly, but then we just hit a point where it was like, meow, and
we didn't have fall until a week or so ago.
It's just crazy how fast time's flying.
Which to me, that's fine. Let's just get on to winter and get it over with. I'm ready for spring.
And tomorrow is already November 1st. What the heck?
Okay. I've got the liners downloaded.
Yay.
Now I need to do... Can you... No.
What do you need?
Nothing. I need to pull up the music promos and find numbers. Okay, September, June, August, July. No, June. We're replacing June.
Replacing June.
So 98.15, 98.16, 98.17. Hi there, Morning KIX. What you want?
Wow.
Hello.
Hi, Melissa. We missed you last night. How you doing?
Oh, I feel a little better today.
Good.
Yeah. Just a little bit?
Yeah, it's not so much really a headache. It's all the stuff that I get in my head. I don't remember what the doctor called it.
Ow.
Probably just meanness.
No.
He put me on gabapentin for it, and I took it for a while, and it worked, and then it didn't, and then he put me on it twice a day. It worked for a while, and now I still get them occasionally. It's time for me to go. Quick fight and go into the neurologist and just go and find out what's going on.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we got to take care of you. We miss you. We need you.
Yeah, I didn't like missing it. I really wanted to come.
I know you did. I know.
I can't.
Hey, you got to take care of you first. And there'll be lots of other opportunities. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I was really excited about the walking tour, though. I really liked it.
Well, we will do it again. We will do it again sometime. We plan to put this into the rotation. So 3 or 4 years, we'll be doing this again.
Yeah. So we'll have other chances to do it again, for sure.
Well, anyway, the spooky thing that I've had, we lived in this apartment in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and our living room was back towards the back part of the building, and there was no way that headlights from the street could get into the hallway. But when we were sitting in the living room, and I'd have Martina laying on the floor, she was a baby then, you see a shadow going back and forth past the door that led into the hallway. And then the light would flicker in the living room, and Martina would start talking to whatever it was.
Ew, like
10
actual...
seconds. Hold on, Melissa. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see some frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. It is 34 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast for the weekend in about 15 minutes. But today we're talking about your brushes with the supernatural.
Yeah, we want to hear your actual ghost stories, the real ones.
Actual
Oh, my
ghost
Lanta.
stories.
You know, the things you can't quite explain. Something happened and it was just, I don't know, something about it was off. 623-1025 to call or text or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Nate Smith.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So she actually started having a conversation with something.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, and it happened a lot. So she would, whenever I'd see that shadow go back and forth, and then the living room light would flicker, and then she'd just start, ah, boo, ah, boo, ah, boo, but then, baby talk.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, she was communicating with it, so.
I don't know that I would have been able to stay there if that happened. That would have freaked me out so bad.
Well, I grew up in that farmhouse with the little girl, that followed me with her doll, so.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived around ghosts all my life. I mean, we lived in an old Civil War house, when I was a teenager, and it was on the old Chambersburg Road, and that's where a lot of the soldiers walked down that road. And
Oh, yeah.
Had the servants' quarters into a military hospital.
2.5.
So, there was a lot of
2.5.
So I've been around ghosts my whole life, so it didn't freak me out, but
Yeah. Well, that's a great story.
I'm sure it's just one of those things,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. One of those things you're never going to be able to explain.
No, there's no way to explain it, because like I said, there's no way headlights from the street could have hit.
KIX 102.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had to be a ghost.
All right, well, thanks for calling, Melissa. We got to let you go.
All right.
Catch you later. Okay.
The movie is Jeepers Creepers.
Where'd you
Sean.
get those papers? It's a lot of fun, I think. I'm trying to think, like movies like Hellraiser, Phantasm, but ones that you've seen. That
Friday the 13th.
No, that seems too real, kids at a camp and everything, even though the Jason, by the time...
But I liked that movie.
Yeah, but we get to the time of the lore behind Jason, he's an entity and blah, blah, blah. Freddy, should be, because Freddy's not real, could not be real. Or could he? Those kind of movies to me are fun. Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't so much because I could see that being a real thing down in northwestern Texas, in the Panhandle area. Yeah, there might be a family like that down there.
Sure.
Trying to think who else. Which other one?
A werewolf movie? Frankenstein?
Yeah, werewolf movie would be good, but I'm trying to think of the ones you've seen specifically that we could apply that to. Monster movies. Grudge, definitely not.
The Omen. With the Norse god thing.
Oh, the Ritual?
The Ritual.
Yeah, the Ritual. That was a fun one.
That's a very well done movie.
Yeah, and the story, I read the book just recently, was just as terrifying and a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot more time spent at that cult farm place.
Floyd says, when I was around 22, I had the spook light chase me from the state line back to 43. It freaked me out so bad. All I had from the state line to 43 was parking lights. At 43, my headlights came back on.
Motor. That's the name of that god.
Motor.
So if you want to see what the horror was from the movie The Ritual, look up MODR or MODER. Either one of the spellings should get you there. Motor is elk-like Jotun. A Jotun is a spiritual entity.
Oh, it's so creepy looking.
It is. It's human hands hanging off of its face.
And
arms.
he's the son of Loki, right?
Yeah, son of Loki. It's the offspring of Loki, worshipped by an ancient cult. Missouri Baptist Disaster Relief is also Motor. Yeah.
He's crazy.
Motor means mother in Swedish, which ties into its roles as a maternal, terrifying force within the story.
I like how they call it mother, but it's Loki's son, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a maternal type. That gender is not the big factor here. Its mother is the giantess Angrabua, meaning its siblings are Fenrir, was the giant wolf that killed Odin in the Ragnarok.
Oh, come on, Facebook.
And it's the story of this thing that's just lived out there in the middle of these woods forever, and has been in hiding and reclusion, because in the book they find, long before they stumble on the village, they find the ruins of a village with a church, and you can tell it's been, there's trees growing up through the middle of stuff and everything. It's been hundreds of years since anyone's been there.
Yeah.
But they realize it's not a Christian church pretty quick, and they get to looking underneath the building of the crawl space of one, and they find all the skulls of all these children under there that have been sacrificed to this thing. And yeah, it's the lead up to all of this. And the motor mentally suppresses people, so they go into these states where they're not sure of where they are, what's happening, separates everybody. And it's a terrifying. And that's when he sees the convenience store shooting. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Wanting to hear your real life, spooky, scary ghost stories?
623-1025 to tell us yours.
Here's Shabuzi.
On KIX. It's such a good movie.
It really is good.
Tempted to really pull it up and watch it again. So I told you the other day that I tried to watch 13 Ghosts again, didn't I? Did I?
Yeah, you mentioned that you were going to watch it again.
I went home that day. It's available. You can find it all over the place to watch for free because it's total garbage.
Oh, is it bad?
It was so stupid. So the story, again, we couldn't remember exactly why there was this house and everything. So this rich guy is trying to access these 13 souls. I forget why. And he builds a house to contain them. And then he gets killed. And remember, it starts off and they're in the salvage yard with all these cars all around. And he dies there and becomes one of the ghosts. He's the guy who played Salieri in the Amadeus movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's in this. Well, he leaves everything to his grandson or his son or nephew or whatever, played by Tony Shalhoub, who played Monk, you remember?
Mm.
And he's got these foster kids that he's kept and adopted. And his wife has been dead for a number of years, and he mourns her greatly. And anyway, they are surprised with the will of this home. And so they go to it in the middle of the night because that's what you do, right? And they meet the lawyer guy there who takes them into this house. And it's designed very strange. It's almost all made of glass. And there's things that move and walls that move and gears and stuff and pieces of glass that will slice your body in half and all of that cool stuff. It's ridiculous. And if you look through certain pieces of glass, you can see the ghost. If you don't, you can't. The acting is horrible. The reactions are horrible. I remember there's this one scene where they realize that there is this horrific ghost hiding behind it. And the little kid goes, "Whoa, didn't expect that." You know, stuff like that makes me want to buy a new gun. And I'm like, I can't know. So, yeah, it's annoying. It's that kind of movie where it is annoying. It's not just bad. It's annoying. It makes you want to punch kittens.
I mean, granted, I haven't seen it since I was like 80, like little, but I remember it being really scary.
Yeah, me too. I remember it. So it's got, I can't remember the name of the guy. He was also in Scream. And he plays this.
8 seconds.
Oh, I just want to punch him. It makes me so mad. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:18.
Some frost this morning, then increasing clouds with a high near 63. It is 34 in Joplin.
Happy Halloween!
Ooh.
Oh, yes. And today,
we are talking about your real life ghost story.
I was going to say that. You ruined it. I had a whole thing going on there.
Yeah, going on and on and on and on and on and on. We want to hear about your brushes with the supernatural.
What was your actual ghost story?
623-1025 to call or text.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Just bought a house, and I was sitting in the throne room, as one does, with the bathroom door halfway open.
Oh, that throne room.
As one does.
Yes.
Ruling over it all.
My dog and I had been playing earlier, and I stopped to use the bathroom. And her toy goes flying past the door, and something dark goes past, and then she trots by like, I found a new friend to someone to play with.
You didn't hear the rest of the rhyme she was doing. It was, I found someone new to play with. I don't need you anymore, and we're going to kill you in your sleep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's... I cannot tell you how fast I looked up how to cleanse a house, and I've got, like, sage on order.
I think what was
my gosh.
more important was how quickly you clenched off what you were doing right there.
Oh, no.
And by the way, the best way to cleanse a house, 409's really good. Ajax, if you know, for certain surfaces.
What is your real life ghost story?
When I used to live in Chicago, me and my wife, we moved into an apartment, and about 3 o'clock every morning, everything in the kitchen would end up in the middle of the kitchen floor.
Nuh-uh.
This ghost ended up moving with us 3 different times, and at the third place, when we moved in, the dog kept barking at this point in the wall.
Oh.
We couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. The dog kept barking and barking and ended up chewing a hole in the wall. So we had to call the landlord over to fix the drywall and everything. Well, we went out grocery shopping, came back, and there was police tape and everything all over our apartment building. We go in there was a human skull in the wall.
Oh, gross.
Time to go. Time to move out of there.
And that's when we moved down here to Missouri.
Right on. Left the dog there.
So smart.
And the kids.
See, I knew it. As soon as the dog started barking at the wall, I was like, there was something in that wall.
Dogs knew. The dog knew.
What is your real life ghost story?
Have you ever seen the movie Phantom of the Opera?
Yes.
You know that little monkey with the tambourines?
Yeah.
It's like a toy. Well, we had one thing was going off. I mean, just tambourine away. And then we finally looked and it was underneath the bed. We grabbed a hold of it to pull the batteries out, and there were no batteries in it.
Oh, creepy. Go bury it in the backyard.
All these children's toys that make noise are a big mistake. I was up in the middle of the night one time going to the bathroom, and from my daughter's toy box, I hear, "Say hello to Daddy." I have never peed so freely before as I did that night. Jeez. I was like, it's one of those deals. Hi, it's Mommy. Say hello to Daddy and all that, which, fine in context, but when you hear it by itself at 3 a.m. from the darkness,
just run and don't look back.
Say hello to Daddy.
What is your real life ghost story?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. KIX.
KIX. Why would you live in an apartment that was built on a cemetery?
Well, you got to live somewhere,
No.
right? I love some of these. Okay, I want to do Bleach Cat. I want to do the faulty wiring one. That's my favorite.
That's a classic.
Stairway to Hell. Supernatural Bedmate. Amen. No, that one's not so good. Linda. Linda's good. Okay. Yeah, we want to be selective with these because there are some calls that are just better than others and others that just suck.
They just suck.
You suck.
You just
always suck.
Yeah, those monkey things. There was just something off about them.
Which, by the way, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew what?
The monkey's paw. Either it was being made into a movie, a new version of it, or there's been a couple of movies made of the story of the monkey.
What are you talking
Skeleton
about?
Crew. It's a Stephen King story.
Okay.
And they find, the story is, and it's been a long time since I've read it, it's a short story from Skeleton Crew. And Skeleton Crew is the collection of books that has the monkey on the front. But it's one of the stories from the collection.
Is he a monkey that plays cymbals?
Mm-hmm. And
maybe that's why they're so
in this story, this family, they go to their summer home or they inherit this summer home from grandparents or something. And up in the attic, they find this toy. And the son wishes that someone's dead while he's holding that thing. And things start going and as he winds it up and it dies. Anyway, if the cymbals clap, someone dies. Either someone you're thinking about or someone you're saying. I can't remember the premise of the story. Anyway.
Creepy.
Yeah, and their family members start dying and stuff because of this thing. So it's kind of like a variation on the Edgar Allan Poe Monkey's Paw, which you remember that story, don't
No,
you?
I don't.
Oh, we got to tell that. This is just a
phone's
good
ringing.
story to tell. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Good morning, Randy and Jan. How are you?
Good morning.
Fine,
How are
Joe.
you?
What's going on? Yeah.
Well, I mean, true story. This part of it's true. Sorry, I mean, sad but true. 43 years ago, my sister was buried on Halloween Day.
I'm sorry, Joe.
So, yeah, well, I mean, life goes on. But I've been recently, thinking, why hasn't both my parents have passed. Both of them have came to me in my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, why hasn't my sister ever came to me in my dreams,
Yeah.
So yesterday, I'm playing golf by myself, riding in my golf cart on a secluded part of the golf course where there's nothing but kind of a foresty area. And somebody touches me on the shoulder, and I'm literally by myself in the middle of nowhere. And I turned around thinking, what just happened? And there was nobody there. And I'm like, is somebody trying to contact me from somewhere? It scared me so bad that
Well, yeah.
I skipped the next hole.
Wow.
I kept driving.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of months ago, kind of a similar situation. I was sitting in my vehicle by myself waiting on my wife and my brother. And we're in Silent Springs. Old ghost town. Silent Springs is kind of a ghost town, Arkansas. And somebody whispers in my name in my ear.
Wow.
And nobody was there. I'm like,
Did you recognize the voice?
she's just trying to contact me. So, I'm hoping she does.
Yeah.
You believe in ghosts, don't you, Randy?
No, I do not. I do not believe in the spirits of dead people. I believe in supernatural entities, but I do not believe in the spirits of dead people.
Oh, wait a minute.
So I believe that there can be emotional energy or residual, whatever you want to call it. I do believe that there are apparitions, things that you can see and hear, but I do not believe they are the spirits of the dead. Hey, we're getting another call, Joe. We're going to have to go, buddy, but thanks for calling in.
Bye, Joe.
Yeah, catch you later, man. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Morning.
Well, hello, Dustin. What you want to hear for Halloween? Ghostbusters by Ray
man,
Parker
we haven't played
Jr.
that yet. Yeah.
Who you going to call? Randy and Jen and Morning Kicks.
Yeah,
That's
that.
Catch you later, buddy. Have a great day. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this story about the monkey's paw because you don't know it, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah. Megan says, you don't mess with monkey things. No, monkeys don't like you messing with their things either.
No.
You don't mess with the Ouija boards. You don't mess with tarot cards or palm readings. I love hearing you say that, Megan. You are absolutely right. That stuff needs to be stayed away from. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the story of Mr. and Mrs. White.
Is this a real story? Oh,
No, it's an
Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe
Okay.
story, but it's very, very famous. So they have a guest in their home. It's the commanding officer. Them and their grown son, Herbert. Herbert's just joined the military, but they have Sergeant Major Morris, who is a friend serving with the British Army in India, as a guest. And at dinner, he introduces them to this mummified monkey's paw that he acquired in deepest, darkest India, And he tells them an old faker has placed a spell on the paw so that it will grant 3 wishes. And they're like, wow, really? And he shows them proof of that in his own life. He's been granted a promotion, he's wealthy now, and all these things. But he said, but there are hellish consequences that come with the wishes. And so much so that he's had, his children have been killed, died, and his wife is now dead, and he has a terminal illness. So in anger, he throws it into their fireplace, while he's commiserating his losses, and then leaves. But Mr. White goes and gets it out of the fire. He digs it out, and it's still intact. And they agonize over whether or not to use it. And he believes he has everything he wants, but his wife, of course, she thinks he ought to use it. They owe money. They owe like 200 pounds, whatever, to their landlord, and they're getting ready to get kicked out of their house if they don't pay that. So he flippantly wishes for 200 pounds. And then he drops the paw, saying that it moved in his hand when he made the wish, and that it twisted like a snake, feels like. Well, the very next day, he leaves for work. That night, a representative of his employer arrived at the home telling them that the son leaves to go to the military base. And that very night, a representative from the military come back to let them know that their son has been killed in a firing range accident. And they deny any responsibility, but they do give a bereavement payment of $200 to the family. Well, a week after the funeral, the mother, who is bereft with grief, she wishes for him to come back, that she has her son back. And the husband, fearing that he's going to come back as the walking dead, and he hears it knocking, banging on the door, and they're fighting over the monkey's paw. And finally, at the last minute, he wishes that his son would be back in the grave and everything, and opens the door, and there's no one there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing story. I mean, Poe, the creator of suspense, he understood.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever read Telltale Heart, which I used to do as dramatic reading, and one time I had a judge tell me that I almost made him pee with the way I read it. It's impossible to read that story without getting faster and faster and faster and frenetic. It's the way he writes. It induces speed.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, he's amazing. So that story I love. And there are all these different versions surrounding the monkey's paw story. But that one, the original one, is the best.
Yeah.
He has that. The Cask of Amontillado is one of my favorite stories, where the guy tricks him into coming downstairs with him to try this wine, and then handcuffs him to the wall and bricks him up inside it for an offense that he did.
Yeah.
For the love of God, Montrose. And then, what is the story of the orangutan? The hunchback guy, and he tricks everybody into wearing this costume, and he chains them all together and raises them up and sets them on fire as a light over the party.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I can't remember which one that is, but I went through a Poe phase where that's all I would read. I read everything that I could find of his. Again, when I was a teenager, was so into the horror stuff.
Yeah.
Books, movies, anything scary I could find.
I've never been through that. I've never been through that phase.
And I think it's a way of coping with fear.
Yeah?
It's exposure therapy, I think, for a lot of, at least during that time of my life, you know, having grown up in a lot of fearful situations. I think that's how I confronted mortality, and it was my own version of exposure therapy. Yeah. I embraced that stuff.
We're doing tickets, Christy. So text us the word tickets.
So this year, I just found out that our Christmas for Kids campaign this year, the first 100 or so people who bring a toy for this are going to receive a door prize from one of our vendors.
A door?
This is Mark. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to hear your real life ghost stories.
623-1025. Yeah, that's pretty creepy when you do it. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's Sam Hunt.
KIX 102.5.
Real life ghost stories.
For different reasons.
Hey now.
Yeah, their Merry Elfin Christmas event. So they're going to solicit toys for the Christmas for Kids campaign at that. And they're going to give out door prizes for people who bring at that.
Gotcha.
They've also offered a booth for recruitment to the firefighters at that event. I'm not sure they're interested in that. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I could let Adam and Jeremy get a hold of them and see if they're interested.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I don't know when that event is. Oh, December 5th.
Yeah, a little over a month away.
We'll be done at that point. I think. Does it start? I think they're done by Thanksgiving, aren't they?
It was the first or second week of December last year, I'm pretty sure.
Let's go back and look.
Yeah, because Christmas for Kids, they came in on December 10th last year.
It started on November the 11th last year, and it ran through December 6th.
Well, then why did they come in on December 10th of last year? That doesn't make any sense.
Christmas for Kids, 9 a.m. Okay, I see that. It may have been talking about the party. That would have been the last. If you'll look at our promotions, though, can you see those? The orange, that bar that goes across all the days? We collected all the way up until November the 6th, or December the 6th.
Well, then why do we have them come in on the 10th? That doesn't make any sense.
Probably talking about the party. They probably had the party on the 13th. Or maybe it was on the 10th that they had the... They usually have the party on a Friday.
On a Friday.
So they usually collect to a certain point, then they go gather all that together and they prepare, and then they do the party the following weekend. They don't collect toys necessarily up until party. I mean, we can. You know, we've had people bring in long after it's all over. So that might work out just right this year.
Oh, Jimmy, that's so hard.
I don't know when they'll be having the party this year. You know what we need to do? We need to get next month fleshed out.
Oh, fleshed out. Ew, that makes it worse. That makes it so much worse. 15 seconds.
Hey, stop the calls now!
Jeepers.
Creepers. Where'd you get those people? There's Adam. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see increasing clouds today with a high near 63. It is 34 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX Takeover Halloween edition starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want to hear this morning. Why are you looking at me like that?
It's scary when you do it for a totally different reason.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. 623-1025. We're wanting you to text us or tell us your actual ghost stories.
Your brushes with the supernatural, not the time that Uncle Billy put a white sheet over his head and went, ooh.
Yeah, but the time you saw something and it just could not be explained.
What is your brush with the supernatural?
Randy, I encounter the supernatural at least once a day, every day of my life.
Oh, man, how does it happen and how do you live through it?
Well, at 6:30 every morning, I roll over to the right, shut the alarm clock, off, and roll over to the left, and there the beast is staring me right square in the eyes.
Got to keep a crucifix on you at all times and wear garlic.
You know, one day that beast is going to go after you. She's just going to get tired of it. She's going to put you in the ground, and we're not going to do anything about it.
She's going to be looking for brains, and you're not going to have any, and that's going to make her mad.
Oh, I'm good to go if that's all she's looking for.
What is your real-life ghost story?
Me and my mom both see ghosts, and we were up late one night, and we saw this gray cat walking across our living room floor. Well, our cat is black.
So apparently he had gotten into the bleach.
No, because it walked straight through a wall.
My cat does that too, usually after he's been medicated.
You know, I think that's after you've been medicated, Randy.
There goes the cat again. Wait until he starts singing. It's annoying. What is your actual ghost story?
Okay, when my son was 4 years old, I was pregnant with my second son, and my 4-year-old kept coming out saying he was talking to an old man in the closet. And we really didn't kind of believe him because his imaginary friend was Christopher Robin off of Winnie the Pooh. And a few nights later, my husband woke up to this old man with a beard standing over him. And yes, and we were sleeping in a waterbed. And here I am, big and pregnant, and he jumped in the waterbed. It almost flips me out of it and screams.
Oh, my gosh. Who was the old man? Did you find out?
And the old man that lived there before had died.
That's who was standing over your husband?
Apparently, yes. And had been talking to my son in the closet, apparently.
Well, I got to tell you, as scary as that is, there is nothing funnier than watching a pregnant lady try to get out of a waterbed.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
And you know, you're standing there laughing, knowing you're going to die later, but it's still...
Exactly.
You better go here and help me out of this thing!
Well, he almost flipped me out of it. I don't know how I stayed in it, because when he jumped, I mean, the whole thing just a big wave.
You know, those big inflatable things they have at the lake, and people will jump off of them.
I like
and
the little blobs.
And then go bouncing off. That's what it's like. What
is your real-life spooky, scary, real-life brush with the supernatural story?
I have a ghost story for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I was a little girl, we moved into this house, and in my bedroom, I could plug in like my curling iron or my hair dryer, and they wouldn't work.
Oh, whoa! Oh my gosh!
Randy, shut up and let her finish her story.
I could take them to any other room, and they'd work.
But in that one, they wouldn't.
But they wouldn't, and I could plug anything else up in that one.
You had faulty wiring!
Well, sometimes it'd feel like someone was touching me, and nobody'd be there.
That was Uncle Larry. Like, get away from me.
What is your real-life ghost story?
623-1025. You can call and tell us yours, and I'll make fun of it.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
When do we do Silver Dollar? That's the beginning of December. We're doing Silver Dollar.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hey, Randy, it's Adam.
Adam,
hey. What's up? What's your real-life ghost story?
All right, so when I was 17, I was living with my sister, and she had a Ouija board.
No,
that was your first mistake.
No. Not doing that.
Yeah, you got it. So we stayed up until about 2:30 in the morning playing on this Ouija board. And
why?
I don't know. We were dumb.
Okay.
You need an exorcism now, Adam.
Anyways, long story short, it caught on fire. Like the middle of the board caught on fire, and the house started shaking. We all took off out of the house.
The house actually started shaking?
While it was on fire.
The Ouija board.
The Ouija board was on fire.
Fire. Yeah, no.
That is a bad sign. I hope you bought some sage after that and cleansed that house.
That's what you get. Maybe some rosemander and some coriander, a little allspice. That's what I use. Is that Lowry's? Lowry's is really good. All right. Well, thanks for your
Have a
story,
good one,
man.
Adam.
Bye. Are you handing out candy tonight at all?
I don't think so.
I know you've got trick-or-treating to do.
We do have a lot of trick-or-treating to do. I don't know what we're going to get to. I know we're going to do our neighborhood, and then there's another neighborhood that we're going to do with some friends. And I don't know.
See, when I used to think do the neighborhood, it meant something totally different.
Maybe I'll stay home and pass out candy after a while. After the first
I think I'm just
we'll
going to
see.
stay home and pass out. There's not going to be any candy involved. But
The candy's crazy expensive this year. Have you looked at how much it costs?
it is. It's more than double the price than last year for certain candies. They say the only candies that have stayed consistent in pricing are the little bitty mini Tootsie Rolls, the minis.
That nobody wants anyways. Okay.
The multi-flavor mini Tootsie Rolls and Sweethearts and Smarties.
Any of the chocolate stuff. Like, if you want a bag of, like, the good chocolate candy.
Oh, my gosh. It's more than
over
double.
$20 now.
$20 for a regular-sized bag of chocolate candies.
Yeah. We went and looked the other day, and I was like,
Insane.
Never mind. Okay, I guess we're not doing that.
And I guess chocolate has gone up exponentially over the last year. And I don't feel like it's justified. I think they're climbing on the tariff bandwagon as a way to justify hiking prices.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of that going on. A lot of greedy people saying, we've got a chance to make extra revenue here, and
Right.
I really, really believe that's happening a lot.
Yeah, Christy's going to hand out candy. Adam's handing out candy.
Your mom.
Adam says he paid $15 for a bag of just Hershey's.
Yeah, it's insane. So we will not be. Melissa says, my neighbors are being super annoying today. Stupid music making my bedroom walls shake. Now revving their truck engines repeatedly.
Oh,
yeah.
I have no
Last
patience for
night
that.
when we were over at the Hurl Butt building, somebody went by with a Mustang and was racking their pipes off as loud as they could.
And he went by more than once.
Yeah.
By the way.
And I'm like, welcome to Joplin, where people are obnoxious and they demonstrate the minuscule size of their sex organs by having loud, obnoxious vehicles.
Yeah, it was stupid.
That's all we think about you, by the way, when you do that, is that you're compensating for something.
Right. Oh, Megan's got a wiener roast tonight at their church.
Speaking of minuscule.
And also there's the October 31st party. We also talked about doing that.
That's cool,
There's
Megan.
just so much stuff
Is
going
that
on
open to the
tonight.
public, Megan? And speaking of, there are a number of churches that are doing events tonight. James River Church has their annual October 31st party, which is free. That's a good way to get a lot of candy really easily, that it's a trustworthy location. You don't have to go driving all over the place. The kids are going to have a good time. I got to hold my first wallaby at October 31st party.
My kids love going to that. There's
Jimmy
lots
said
of inflatables and stuff that you can play on.
she spent $20 on some candy and has already eaten half of it. Yeah, that was not a good idea, was it, Jimmy? Bryson says, my nieces and nephews, the only trick-or-treaters we get. Wonder why that is, Bryson. No. And so I just buy them each a bag of the candy and give them each a big bag. That's nice.
That is nice. Why is she doing that?
So Megan's Church, Bethany Baptist in between Neosho and Seneca, has a wiener roast. That's cool. And then that's going on if you're in that area.
I would bet there's a bunch of trunk or treats going on tonight, too.
So the church we used to go to over in Carthage, they used to have an annual bonfire weenie roast, hot dog, or weenie roast, marshmallow roast, and then they'd do a hayride.
Oh, that's fun.
And we would always, I remember when I got assigned one year to be a part of the scare committee. So they have a scare committee whose job it is to dress up and hide in the woods. And they literally, go through this big open field on the hay wagon, and they're being pulled by a tractor. And then it goes through the woods, and it goes into these deep, dark woods. And in the middle of the woods, out come the chainsaws, and the body comes dangling down from a rope from out of one of the trees and stuff.
Oh,
so
creepy.
We would always do that stuff to them. It was so much fun. Yeah, Megan says it's open to the public. It's on Highway 60 and Highway C. They got cotton candy machine, games, stuff like that. So, yes, Copeland's Corner for the locals. They know.
Awesome.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Melissa, because it's during the day, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, if it's after 10 o'clock at night, you can call somebody. I don't know about in a rural community if you could.
You still can't be like, hey, this is a stupid nuisance. Do something about it.
During the daytime, it's okay. You can't have obnoxious.
You can be as obnoxious as you want to be during the daytime. Great.
Dogs are different because dogs that can be construed as a threat. So a dog that will continuously bark can be reported, but loud noises, equipment, leaf blowers, loud music, things like that is allowable, except it can't go on past 10 p.m. So the band down on the corner that's practicing in their garage, nothing you can do about it till 10 p.m. Hi there, Morning Kicks. What's your actual brush with the supernatural? I used to have a brush with the supernatural I used on my hair back when I had that.
Is that how you lost your hair?
That's how I lost my hair.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Well, I had a step aunt and uncle that lived west of town. He had a brother who was mentally handicapped, mentally disabled, and he lived in their basement. Then he got so bad they couldn't handle him anymore, so they called the state hospital to come get him. State hospital had to restrain him.
Oh, gosh.
And get him out of the house. And he was screaming all the time, I will be back, I will be back. A year and a half later, he passed away. But the odd part was they were sitting there watching TV one night. They heard the basement door open. They heard bed springs. They heard cabinet doors.
No.
The next morning, the hospital called them and said he passed away. They would hear him all hours of the day and night walking up and down the stairs. They would come home and the TV would be on. There's been 3 families live in that house over the last 20 years, and they all talk about that.
No.
You hear him moving around all the time.
You know, my pastor at my church was part of an exorcism once upon a time, and this happened in Springfield, Missouri, where the family had called them and said, you've got to help our son, he's possessed. And he had been involved with the occult in a number of ways and stuff. And they had literally had to handcuff him down in the basement. They had him down there because he was trying to hurt other members of the family and himself. And they went down and did their whole thing, you know, prayed over him and everything to cast these things out. And he was angry afterwards. They successfully accomplished that, and he was mad at them. He said, I'm just going to call him back.
Oh, gosh.
He said, I wanted the demons in me. And he committed suicide a week later. Yeah.
That's so sad.
There's been 3 families live in this house, and they all talk about hearing cabinet doors open, coming home when the TV will be on.
There is so much that we don't understand, and to pretend that we do or that we have any kind of a grasp over the spiritual realm is just arrogance. It's just stupidity. Yep. Hey, we got to go, man. Thanks for your story.
Have a good one.
There's stuff you don't mess with. Oh, there I would get guns involved at that point, Melissa. Okay, here we go. Do. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see increasing clouds today with a high near 63. It is 34 in Joplin.
And we've got the Morning KIX takeover happening in just 5 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website and vote on the songs that you want to hear this Halloween
Doesn't
Friday.
feel like a Friday, does it?
No, it really doesn't. I don't know why.
You know, I got to realizing today being Friday on Halloween, the last time that happened was 2014. It will not happen again on a Friday until the year 2030 or 2031, I think.
Really?
Yeah, so we've got a long time before this. No, it's not that long. 5 years.
5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, that's not that long. But we're talking today about your actual ghost stories.
We want to hear about your brushes with the supernatural, the things that you just don't have an answer for.
623-1025 to text us yours or to tell us on Facebook.
What's your real life ghost story?
Well, it's not mine, it's my mom. When she was a teenager, one of her closest friends died. And one night, she heard a knocking at the door. And she just knew in her heart that it was her friend.
Because she knocked like this.
Did she go look at the door to see if anybody was there?
No, she was too scared.
You know, that's crazy, though. It could have been Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse.
She could have won a free car. Someone could have been giving away cars.
That's happened to me twice, you know. 623-1025. What was your supernatural story?
I lived in a house back in Washington, and the first thing I noticed was if you looked not down the hallway, if you looked like catty corner, out of the corner of your eye, your peripheral vision would see yucky stuff coming down the walls. I even tried this with a friend, and they looked and then looked at me and was like, what is that?
Maybe you just need to clean your house a little bit better.
Well, when you can only see it out of your peripheral vision?
That's the kind of dirt you enjoy. You know, the stuff you can only see out of the corner of your eye?
Yeah, your peripheral vision. You should have gotten some of that peripheral cleaner for your peripheral vision.
I'm sure that's the problem.
Can we say peripheral?
Peripheral. It's going to be the new marinara sauce.
Peripheral.
What is your real life ghost story?
Right after I had my daughter, I always thought that somebody was watching me.
That was Uncle Larry.
No, I think it was her grandma. And I'm in the shower, and I go to check on her, and I see somebody, and my husband's not home yet, and this was late at night. And I get out of the shower, nobody's there, and I saw a white figure, like you were saying, Randy, and it had blonde hair, just like my mother-in-law did.
That's the one I saw. Are we related?
No, not that I'm aware
She's
of.
like, no, thank God.
Hey.
The creepiest part about it is, as soon as she turned 6 months and started talking, we never told her grandmother's name.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, she said Linda.
Linda.
And that was her grandma's name.
It's a weird first word for a baby.
No, I just got goosebumps.
Linda, lick it.
Linda, look it.
If you get close, you can
Shut up! Stupid kid.
What is your real life ghost story?
When I was a little girl, we moved into my Papa Fred's house. He had built this house in the early 30s. We bought the house after he passed away, and we moved into it. And my sister had peed the bed, so I had to go in and sleep on the couch.
Oh, that is really scary.
It was awesome. And then so when I looked up, I saw his silhouette, or him, standing by the door.
Nope.
I mean, he used to wear overalls and a ball cap, everything. I had never even met this man. And I looked up, and it was him. And so I buried my head back in my pillow, and as I looked up again, I mean, he was still there. It would not go away. Creeps me out, but my parents wouldn't let us move, so.
If he won't go away, then I must go away.
I think that's the obvious choice there, yeah.
Yeah, tell us your actual ghost story.
You can tell us on Facebook, or you can text us at 623-1025.
Most terrifying of all, we're going to let the listeners take over the music with the Morning KIX Takeover next.
And that's in just 3 minutes.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay.
Happy Halloween, Randy.
Got all that out of our system now, maybe.
All right, well, on that note.
Did I ever tell you, I think I have, about the ghost that used to call into the morning show all the time?
Yes.
Oh, that used to freak me out.
Yes, you did. And I hate it.
For like 10 years, every year. We do this topic every year on Halloween. And at the end of the show, it makes me think of it at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, and we would take our calls live then, which was stupid. I would get a call from a woman crying over her dead baby, dead relative.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was just, it would make the hair on the back of my neck, which I had then, would just stand on end, this call, and she would not interact with me. She would talk about, I can't find it. And, and it was not fake. I can tell when we got somebody doing a bit,
Right.
It was the most realistic thing I heard, and it would terrify me. And every year at the end, I would be waiting for it towards the end of those 10 years that I was at this studio. We would get that call. Never explained, never knew what it was about.
Thank goodness it didn't follow you here.
Eventually, they would hang up the phone, halfway through as I'm trying to get them to respond and going, What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, Megan knows the story too. It was her baby. It was her baby.
Probably. Yeah, it was her baby, I think. It's good.
It was good.
It's good.
Really good.
Yeah. We first went to the Dangerfield house. You want to see pictures? I got them up right
Pictures,
here.
Yeah.
Oh, stupid.
Brett James, everybody.
Brett James.
Happy Halloween.
Dangerfield house. Oh, this is the depot we went to.
Oh, okay.
That's the Dangerfield house. The Olivia. More of the depot.
Oh, it's depot.
This is inside the Dangerfield house. We went to the Hurlbut building, Traders Church. The mortuary used to be there. And also went to, there's some other.
That depot is creepy.
Spiba Park.
Yes, it is. Very
where House
creepy.
of Lords was.
Yeah, there you go.
So we had some pretty good crowd, and they kind of stuck with us.
Connor Hotel, which you
Yeah.
went around when that was.
I know.
When the guy got stuck in the basement.
Yeah, we told that whole story last night. This is at the mortuary. So, yeah, we did a walking tour of all this stuff down there.
Very cool. Ran out of places. It's like.
Yeah. We'd never done any of these before, so it was kind of cool getting to go to a different place. Like
That's a good. We were trying to figure that
We're
out.
trying to remember, and I'm like, I don't know when it started, actually.
16
but
or 17 years.
we've been doing it since Gym
Nobody else does it.
since Gym 1.0. So however long ago that was. That's when we started it. She was co-host number 3, so yeah. So it went really well, though. Yep.
Yeah, I came in last night after you guys were gone.
Smart.
My charger, I can't find it.
Oh, it's in the cup here. I saw it sitting there.
Thank you, Randy.
Yes.
Mark was here last night.
Was he?
He was waiting for you guys.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he going to go?
No, he was in his office hiding out. So
What was he waiting for?
doing some stuff. I don't know what he's doing. Came in, I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "What are you doing here?" I go, "My charger." And I go, "I don't have a charger. I can't find it." And he goes, "Hold on." He had a Ziploc full of cords. Like, oh my God, you're like me. We're so bad.
Yeah.
So he helped me out with the cords.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he's here till it was like 7 o'clock.
He was putting entries into Be Creative at like 7 o'clock last night.
Yeah, I saw that. A
I was
whole
like, what are
bunch of
you doing?
stuff. And one of them, they want us to do a live broadcast at the exact same time we're supposed to be at the Veterans Day Parade. So I'm like, well, you're going to have to pick.
That's gonna be kind of hard to do.
Which one do you want? Can't do them both.
Give us a
Right.
choice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I sent that to Chris. I was like, here, you decide. No, it went really well. It was
fun.
something different.
It's unique.
The depot.
It's long. It's a late night, but it's really cool.
Yeah, look at
Nobody
this.
else does it.
These pictures of the
Nobody
depot.
else does it, guys.
So
Yeah, the
we
depot
didn't
was creepy.
really have.
Yeah, I think so too.
We didn't really have permission to be on the depot grounds, but
They're not gonna say anything.
we did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, it's creepy, isn't it? I wish
Yeah.
they would do something with
Oh my gosh, it
it.
was
It's such a cool building. If they
Mhm.
just do something with it. They tried
It has
for a
so much
while.
potential. Oh, yeah,
There
they tried
was
many a time.
drug users and stuff down there.
Yeah.
One of the pictures I had. Yeah, there we go.
That's cool. Oh, it's good. Good turnout. That's awesome.
Well, there was a lot more that were at the locations that didn't come to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
I think we probably had 70, 80.
That's
Easily.
pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's not our best attended, but it was all right for this much of a different deal.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm going to Mount Vernon. See you guys later.
Later, bye.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Monday, as your kids are crammed full of candy, we are going to be talking about the thing that you don't clean as often as you should. And we're not talking about your butt crack, although we realize that may be a factor here.
Maybe like your towels.
Towels, pillowcases,
Pillowcases and sheets, yeah.
things like that. Okay,
Your
what is
baseboards?
baseboard? No, in my house they get cleaned. So, what are the things that you don't clean as often as you should? We'll make you realize how nasty you are.
Also, my rehab recap of Jeepers Creepers.
And we may or may not have tickets to go see Jim Gaffigan. So the AMP asked us if we wanted some. We said yes, and we've not heard back from them since. So we've been trying to reach out to them and get some sort of confirmation, and they're dragging their feet. So I don't want to say yes, we will have. Also, there is a new promotion starting Monday, an opportunity for you to win $15,000 in cash.
$15,000. $15,000.
$15,000.
That's a lot of money.
Plus, there's a second place prize. You've got a chance to win that, but someone is going to win the $500 cash 2-year membership to 24 Elite Gym and supplements.
Mm-hmm.
All of that starts on Monday, the Jingle Bell and Jacked giveaway.
Yeah, the promo you heard us working on the other day.
Yes, that starts Monday. So, a lot going on Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a very safe
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. Bye.
Bye.
Mouse isn't over there. I can't do anything.
What is it not? Stupid. There you can. Now you can.